The Mid-Ohio Valley Multicultural Festival has completed day 2 of its event in Belpre. Attendees and the board president say the festival gives meaning towards diversity and coming together as a community. Peyton Brooker has more at Civitan Park.
As the Mid-Ohio Valley Multicultural Festival enters day 2, the board president for the festival, Charlotte Owens, expresses the reasoning for having the event. She said the festival's goal was to get people to appreciate other cultures and their own.
This was founded in 1996 by Gene Donaway and B. Cora, and actually what inspired them were the KKK rallies going through town, through Parkersburg and Belpre in the early 90s. And so this was meant to be a much more positive opportunity to let people explore and be exposed to other cultures and realize that there is much more diversity here than they realize. Also, we hope to appreciate their own culture, including here in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
Shamagori Deodatsi from the Palace of Gold in Moundsville, West Virginia, shared that she didn't know the festival would be this big.
So when I said the multicultural festival, I thought it was like a small kind of, but when I came, wow, it was like everything here. Yeah, like from the food and all those different kind of, it's multicultural, really.
With the Multicultural Festival being a success here in Belpre, Ohio, the guest performers and those involved, the cultural impact this festival has in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
It's a very great festival, and the reason they do it is a very good reason.
I think it's really cool, personally, because all these people from all over just coming together for a festival.
Just that they are learning more about new cultures and all that good stuff, and they get to share with their kids, and their kids will share to their kids and all that stuff, and hopefully they get to come here and see all this stuff firsthand and stuff too.
Yeah, because I think like being human, we all have the core thing. We just think like we're different, like different nationality or different culture or different way of life, but in the base, the main thing is like we're all the same.
Too often people feel like when you're talking about diversity, you're talking about other races or other cultures, and some people feel left out. And the trouble, that's not true. Everybody has a lot of culture and diversity that needs to be explored and understood and shared.
This is Peyton Brooker in Belpre, WTAP News. This is home.